You will be live in another couple of seconds. I've started a new live altogether.
Okay. And how do I see the questions then? Through the Facebook?
You'll have to go to the Facebook and check it from there.
Thank you so much. Are we live?
So you are live now?
Thank you. Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm your host, Sanjana Purohit, and welcome to our women's. Hello and good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to our Facebook Live on Women's Mental Health. I'm your host, Sanjana Purohit, and today we're in conversation with Ms. Meeta Kookani and Tanesh Gupta. Firstly, I would like to apologize you all for the delay due to some technical issues. Now, not further dealing it ahead, I would like to quickly introduce about the objective of the webinar, and then we can go ahead with the introduction of our speakers. So, the objective of today's webinar is to understand the mental health challenges that women face, both working professionals and homemakers, and having a discussion with them on understanding the importance of visiting a mental health practitioner. This webinar session is a part of a mental health challenge, Visit MHP, which is powered by Aisha Support Foundation. A quick introduction about Visit MHP. This is a mental health challenge which is initiated by Nitin Shah. The mission of this Visit MHP is so through Visit MHP, we aim to spread awareness about the importance of visiting a mental health practitioner, even before reaching the stage of disorder. Two lines about Aisha Support Foundation. We are a non-profit organization focusing on promoting mental health care, bringing about change through awareness, support, and education. Our work is based on a belief system that raising public awareness, educating communities, and equipping every person with the right tools, we can foster optimal mental health. So I would like our speakers to introduce about themselves. So who would like to go ahead?
Yeah, hi, myself Meeta Kookani. I am a homemaker. Previously, I used to be a pre-primary teacher. I worked in Euro Kids International. I worked in Podar Jumbo Kids. And now I'm very happy with my homemaking. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tanishq Gupta. By profession, I'm a wedding planner, but by heart, I'm still a 16-year-old who loves ice cream and chocolates more than anything. So I started with my company in 2019. It's called Paranay Sutra, and I also take care of my father's business, which the aspect of it is basically financial consultancy. So we deal in mutual funds, insurances, all kind of insurances, medical, life, general. So this is the brief about me professionally. And personally, I love reading and I love painting. So these are the two things I do when I have some time in my hand.
Thank you for an amazing introduction to both of you. So to begin with, we have already covered that what do you do and so on. So I'll ask you the other questions. So can you tell me what is your perspective of taking care of your mental health, and what is the importance for you of taking care of your mental health?
Yeah.
So who would like to go first?
Yeah. See, according to my perspective, like We women are very strong from inner side and physically outer side also, but main thing ये है कि हमें mentally fit रहना है. जैसे हमें छोटी से भी जैसे सर्दी खांसी बुखार होता है तो हम डॉक्टर के पास रश करते हैं, तो क्यों ना जब हम मेंटल हेल्थ के लिए जब हमें होता है, जब हम लोग लो फील करते हैं, हम नेगेटिव फील करते हैं, हम डिप्रेस्ड हो जाते हैं, तो क्यों ना हम मेंटल हेल्थ के पास जाके उनसे भी थोड़ा सपोर्ट ले सकते हैं, क्यों ना हम उनके पास जाके हमारा शेयर कर सकते हैं, हम लोग डिस्कस कर सकते हैं. क्योंकि हम लोग हमेशा हम अपने आप को अवॉइड करते हैं, अपने हेल्थ को निग्लेक्ट करते हैं. व्हाई? बिकॉज एवरी टाइम वी आर लॉट ऑफ वर्क टू डू, लाइक वी फॉरगेट आवरसेल्फ कि भाई हमें भी अपने आप को फिट रखना है करके. तो लेकिन जब अपनी टर्न आती है, जब ओवरऑल एंड ऑफ द डे जब हम जब लो फील करते हैं, कितनी बार ऐसे होता है कि हम अपने आप का कुछ शेयर नहीं कर पाते हैं. लाइक हमारे घर पे भी एल्डर्स, वी हैव एल्डर्स एट होम, वी हैव किड्स एट होम, वी हैव हस्बैंड, बट कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि मतलब हम काफी ऐसी बातें हैं लाइक वी कांट शेयर विद एवरीवन. कहीं तो एक लाइक पेरेंट्स से शेयर करो तो उनको टेंशन हो जाए क्योंकि उनकी एज है, किड्स आर वेरी स्मॉल, समवेयर हमें ऐसा लगता है कि क्या कुछ तो हो, कहीं तो हम जाके अपना बात शेयर कर सके. फिर वो क्या होता है, वो अंदर ही अंदर हमारा घर बन जाता है और हम लोग और ज्यादा अपने आप को डाउन और इल फील करना स्टार्ट करते हैं. तो बिफोर इट्स गेट टू लेट, व्हाई डोंट वी टेक अ हेल्प ऑफ अ मेंटल हेल्थ. जैसे हम लोग फायर ब्रिगेड के पास, जैसे फायर आती है तो तुरंत हम उनसे कॉल करते हैं, दे आर ऑल्सो कॉल अवे फ्रॉम अस, लेकिन उनकी हेल्प लेना बहुत जरूरत है. बिकॉज जब भी हम लोग टोटली अलोन है, जहाँ पे हमें कोई ऐसा पर्सन चाहिए जिसे हम अपनी बात शेयर कर सकें, जिसे हमें पता है कि हम उन्हें वो बात शेयर करेंगे तो मतलब उन्हें टेंशन नहीं होगा, वो हमें दे विल गिव अस सॉल्यूशंस, दे विल हेल्प अस, दे विल गाइड अस. लेकिन अगर हम किसी और को शेयर करेंगे तो लाइक इन दिस पेंडेमिक सिनेरियो आल्सो लाइक everybody is tense, everybody is in their own world, अपने आप में पैनिक है, सबको स्ट्रेस है, सबको टेंशन है. तो ऐसे होता है कि ऐसे में अरे किसके पास जाए. इफ यू गिव अ कॉल टू अ फ्रेंड तो हम अपना बताने जाए तो उससे पहले तो वो अपना बता देते हैं कि भाई मुझे ये प्रॉब्लम है, तो हम लगते अरे अभी इसे क्या शेयर करें. जैसे ये हम अगर किसी और से शेयर करें, पेरेंट्स से शेयर करना चाहें, बच्चों के पास कुछ बात करना चाहे तो वो भी यही, अरे मम्मी इतना होमवर्क, मीन्स वेयर टू गो, वेयर वी शुड शेयर. कहीं हमारी भी खुद की कुछ पर्सनल लाइफ है, कुछ पर्सनल हमारा भी कुछ है कि हमारी भी फीलिंग्स है जो कहीं तो हमें भी किसी बात का दुख होता है या दर्द होता है. तो somewhere we feel that someone should be there to listen to us, to help us, to make us feel positive. तो ये मेरा पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू दैट वी शुड गो समवेयर दैट who can help us and who can make us feel positive.
Very well put across, Meeta. I think it is very important that at times we feel कि हम जब किसी mental professional के पास नहीं जाते when we go to somewhere else. So these are the challenges that we usually face. Correct. Very well said.
I completely agree with Meeta ma'am. And to add on to that, mental health for every individual is very important, whether you are a man, whether you are a woman. But unfortunately, it is neglected in our society because of the kind of taboo it comes with. कि अरे ये तो पागल है. This taboo is still going on, and no matter what, the only key to actually reduce this taboo, actually vanish this taboo, is creating awareness. You can only create awareness, you can make them understand that the way you take care of your body is the same way you take care of your mind, your brain is also part of you, it's your organ. Personally, I believe that mental health is taking care of mental health is very, very important. And as a woman who works and also tries to take care of the household as well with my family, I realize that a lot of time comes when I feel that I haven't gotten any time for myself, which is very important when you are working, whether at home or whether at office. When you are completely occupied with uh, all kind of things going on, like कुकर की सीटी चल रही है, बच्चे चिल्ला रहे हैं, ऑफिस की मीटिंग कॉल है, and all these kind of things. Meeta ma'am would surely agree with me कि ये सब
Yes,
चीजें
yes.
होती हैं. So you don't have time for yourself.
No, not at all.
you don't have time to sit and reflect that how am I feeling right now, how am I what kind of action do I want to take. And kabhi because of all these little neglecting yourself, because of the neglecting yourself, you end up having outburst out of anger, and or maybe a crying session, which which could be induced because of a movie or a sad song. But these things happen, and it's very important that we acknowledge our mental health. We acknowledge when we are not feeling fine, when we are feeling fine. If today what I do is, if there is a day when I don't feel like getting up and working, I, instead of prolonging this kind of feeling, I let it be. ठीक है, आज I won't get up, I will stay in bed, I won't cook lunch, I won't make dinner, I will not work, I will sleep. Sometimes it's okay, once in a month it's completely fine, I guess, to take some time for yourself. Listen to your body, listen to your mind. It's very important to listen to yourself. And I also believe that at the end of the day, तुम्हारे पास कौन है, तुम ही हो, right?
Absolutely. Very well put across by the both of you that there are so many things that keep happening over and over. And yeah, actually, it's very good. I cannot like express more. So while you are sharing that you are taking care of your mental health, how do you take care of your mental health? Can you tell us that what are the challenges that you usually face in your day-to-day life? As in, usually, कैसा होता है when it comes to your mental health?
Yeah,
So,
actually,
you go, ma'am.
you. Okay, thanks. Actually, like my day starts early in the morning by 6. तो स्टार्टिंग करते चलो भाई हम लोग उठे गए एंड आई हैव टू लवली डॉटर्स वन इज इन 10th standard and the other is in 4th standard like their online sessions starts by 8 means that means I have to wake them up fast by 6:37 उनको उठाने में टाइम जाना then we have to prepare the breakfast and all मतलब the life is so hectic like I don't know मतलब मैं क्या कर रही हूँ कैसे कर रही हूँ बट जस्ट एक रेलगाड़ी फास्ट चल रही है वैसे बस हम चल रहे हैं गाड़ी मूव कर रही है एक जगह से दूसरी जगह एक रूम से दूसरे रूम एक जन का मैंने टेबल सेटअप कर लिया तो दूसरे जन का मैंने बुक्स रेडी कर लिया तो एक जन का मैं ब्रेकफास्ट करूँ एट द सेम टाइम हस्बैंड वर्क फ्रॉम होम तो उनका देखने का लाइक एंड ऑफ द डे इट बिकम्स सो फुल हेक्टिक मतलब 1 बजे तक तो full sessions goes on of there then online classes even myself I take tuitions at home online classes are going on like I have to at the same time I have to manage cooking also I have to manage their online sessions and at the same time एक रूम से आवाज आई मम्मा आई एम नॉट हैविंग माय पेंसिल मम्मा my online class disconnected means I don't know what to do where to go full day full time my hectic till night 11 means end of the day ऐसा होता है oh अब जाके शायद मेरे को शायद मेरे पे रहम करे कोई तो मैं जाके बेड पे थोड़ा जाके बैठूं या अपने लिए कुछ टाइम निकालूं करके मीन्स वो फुल डे ऐसे ही चला जाता है हाउस होल्ड वर्क में ऑनलाइन क्लासेस ऑनलाइन सेशंस बच्चों का होमवर्क और अभी तो वैसे लाइक प्रीवियसली चलो दे यूज्ड टू गो टू स्कूल देन ओके आई वाज गेटिंग सम टाइम फॉर माय सेल्फ बट नाउ दे आर एट होम 24/7 वी ऑल आर एट होम so because of that means the previously which I used to get time for myself like listening to songs reading some books enjoying my life मैं अपने साथ टाइम स्पेंड करती थी लाइक आई एम फ्रेंड ऑफ माय ओन सेल्फ तो वो मैं गुम हो गया है वो अभी इस डे टू लाइफ अभी पेंडेमिक सिनेरियो में वो गुम हो गया है मतलब मुझे वो वक्त ही नहीं मिल रहा है कि मैं कैसे वो से कोप अप करूं मतलब बहुत हैक्टिक हो गया जो नॉर्मल लाइफ थी और अभी जो सिनेरियो उसमें मतलब कंपैरेटिवली मोर स्ट्रेसफुल मोर टायरसम दैट्स ऑल बहुत थक जाते हैं एंड ऑफ द डे
Amita, in fact, the phrase that you said that I am friend to myself, this is something very beautiful to know and so the audience also if you're so this is a very beautiful phrase that she has used that to be friend with yourself so
because we don't get time to talk with our friends also like when the whole day sessions going on with kids with husband everything then we don't get time to give a call to a friend also मैं ऐसे हो जाता है कि अरे कितने साल हो गए यार तुझसे बात किया अरे तूने तो कॉल नहीं किया मुझे सही बात है मुझे टाइम नहीं ना तो मैं तुझे क्या बोलूं कि तू मुझे कॉल कर सो I have made up my mind that yes, I have to be friend to myself. At least I can spend some time with myself. I can know what I like, what I don't like, because some things sometimes I can't share with everyone. So at least I can talk to myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tanishq, your views.
So, for past 1 year since the lockdown was implemented, and when things got better also, since then my routine has been that I wake up at a very reasonable time when I can. 7, 8. I cannot wake up at 5, 6. It is so scary to wake up at 5, 6. I feel that जब सूरज नहीं होगा तो मैं क्यों उठूं? Anyway, so I wake up around that time. I do some chores. I usually do having some water, freshening up, and all. Then, if I feel like, I do workout. If I don't feel like, I do some stretching, and then. Currently in the lockdown, I just take shower, I wear my pajamas, and I sit in front of my laptop. So there is no professional attire. There is no professional, uh, like, even the mindset is also so haywire because everything is going it's so chaotic around us. Like every single hour, I receive messages that, oh, I'm looking for oxygen cylinder. Do you know where can I get it? Oh, I'm looking for this injection. It is actually inducing some amount of anxiety because the thought that people are losing their own people, and it might happen to me as well if I do not take care of myself. If I'm going out buying sabzi, if I'm not taking care of the fact to sanitize, to wear my mask, to wash the sabzis properly, then I am risking my family as well. So that thought is constantly at the back of my mind currently, and it is one of the challenge for me because I have to calm myself down, and I have to make sure that I am focused on my work or focused on what I'm doing to get proper results. On the other hand, financially also, the whole economy is actually going through a huge amount of chaos with financially, and same goes for me. I can see that financially I'm not able to receive as much as I have been productive, and it actually reduces my motivation. At one point I started feeling so demotivated. Honestly, this week also I was feeling so demotivated. What's the point of working when I'm not getting any financial like strength? If I'm not earning, then what is the point of working hard right now? So these negative thoughts also sometimes just randomly pop up. Then when there was no lockdown, when I was doing wedding events, then that was the time when I faced challenges like dealing with the vendors, dealing with people who say कि अरे आप तो औरत हो, आप यहाँ क्या कर रही हो इस इंडस्ट्री में? Because men are generally supposed to be in the kind of industry where you have to deal with vendors. You have to have that uh, dirty, not dirty, but a very upfront, cut to cut speech that करना है तो करना है, नहीं करना तो नहीं करना, like that kind of speech, very assertive speech. And I am in general very soft. So I always face this challenge of hearing that, "Are you are a woman? What are you doing here? Why are you doing this?" Oh, I have also heard. I have also gotten criticism on my maturity in terms of age. I am quite young, so a lot of times I have been questioned. Oh, you are so young. Anyhow, you will be married. What is the point of you actually doing something of your own? You're just supporting your father. This I have also heard. Then I've also heard that अरे पापा ने बिठा दिया इसलिए बैठी हुई है. So all kind of criticism has been there around me since 2019. And currently I'm laughing it off, but it took me a lot of strength to get that thick skin to actually laugh it off. It used to break me down sometimes, thinking that Why would people think this way? Why can't a woman go ahead and be in events industry? Why can't I go and talk to vendors and actually use that kind of bhasha? Why can't I do what I want to do? Why can't I? Because I love events. I mean, I live for it. I feel so exhilarated whenever I do a wedding event. The whole exhaustion of making sure the decor is set up, everything is on place, everything is planned, clients rambling in front of you, and you're still like thinking, okay, it's okay, you have to just take care of this one. But at the end result, when it's a beautiful setup, very fresh flowers, the bride and groom are happy, it's such a beautiful moment. It's something you might want to live for, and I personally live for it. So these are the kind of challenges I've faced during the lockdown and during when there was no lockdown around November, December.
Thank you for sharing that, Tanishq, with us. Mhm. All right. So we have so Deepika Vishal Kucheria has added that if one feels that it is getting difficult um, to cope up with your mental state of mind due to the circumstances, it is completely okay to contact a mental health specialist to deal with it. Like you would connect with a doctor or a physical for your physical mental health for a physical health problem. I think it is very well put across by Deepika that yes, that she is completely right about that. Um, so anyone who would like to add something to what Deepika has said?
I completely agree with Deepika, and even if I feel that even if you are questioning if you should go to the mental health practitioner or if you should not, what would people say? How about you just go and sit there and see how it's going on for the first 3 sessions?
Right.
Because it is going to take some time, but eventually the results are amazing. A point comes when you can sense the stability and change and growth in yourself, and growth is supposed to be constant.
Absolutely. Um, Anything else that Meeta you would like to add to what Deepika has said?
Yeah, even I also totally agree with Deepika. Like sometimes we feel uh, थोड़ा ऐसे odd लगता है कि अरे like Tanishq मैम also told previously like कि अरे ये पागल है क्या गई है, right? I know वो feeling आती है, but why to play with our life? It's such a beautiful life, and we women are the most beautiful creations by the God. Then why don't we take care of ourselves? Why? क्यों हम ये सोचे कि अरे दुनिया क्या बोलेगी? अरे दुनिया थोड़ी हमें उस टाइम पे जब हेल्प कर, जब हम हमारी फैमिली को हमारी जरूरत पड़ेगी तो इट्स बेटर है कि वो रिंग हो, अलार्म बजे, उससे पहले हम क्यों ना कोई प्रिकॉशन लेके स्टेप ले ले. आई टोटली एग्री विद दीपिका.
Okay, we also have another comment. So, Acharya Vivek, hello. And Acharya Vivek has also added that men are afraid of women, that's why they so. Lori Singh has added that mental health is important as physical health, and I completely agree with you. So, now going ahead, now do you guys, so we have already been discussing about this, but do you guys think that it is enough to just share concerns with your family members and friends, or would you prefer visiting a mental health practitioner? Who would like to go ahead?
Okay, so I would like to take up the question. I believe that it is okay to talk to your friends and family members. It's a kind of transparency which you have to keep, especially with your family members, your close ones, your partner. But a mental health practitioner can use certain skills to make sure that you regain you become resilient in some way, which family members and friends cannot do. A mental health practitioner can listen to you patiently, but a point comes for family members and friends and your loved ones where they start feeling agitated or concerned, and they start checking upon you very constantly. uh, my personal experience has been that I have a diagnosis of borderline personality disorder, and when I started going for therapy when I was 16, I my parents constantly checked on me. My father constantly checked on me. Are you okay? Are you fine? Still, yet uh, after going through therapy, after gaining sense of stability, after getting perfectly fit, still there are times if I'm sitting alone, if I am thinking all by myself, which I enjoy. It's like it's a miracle to have your thoughts actually been concluded in some sense. So still my father randomly comes to me, and he's I can see the sense, I can see the worriness in his eyes, that are you okay, is everything fine, do you want to talk? So it's, I understand the concern, and I know you're seeing this, but there are times when it's really important for me, for all of us to go and speak to a professional who can actually guide you in a way that would hit your head instantly. They have their skills, they have spent years. I mean, I know how hard working masters and MPhil students are. I appreciate it. I'm a graduate in psychology and I wanted to do masters, but then I changed my whole uh, career path. But oh my god, in graduation itself it took my soul to sit and study so much. So I know how hard working these people are, and I know mental health practitioners make sure they do not make any single mistake. It takes a lot of efforts to be so detail oriented and be so precise with your job, that you make sure, because you are changing someone's thoughts and behaviors, and one mistake and it would completely rupture the whole system. So I believe that go to a mental health practitioner, speak to your family and friends, keep that transparency, but see a therapist or a psychologist when you actually need that kind of help.
Um, Absolutely. I second your thoughts on that, Tanishq. But so being a mental health practitioner also, there are some times wherein uh, there are some times that even we as human make mistakes, but we make sure that we don't, uh, you know, there is no chance that the client's life is into toss. So I completely understand what you are trying to convey. Yes, Meeta, what are your views on that? Would
Yeah, I also,
you, so shall I repeat the question for you again?
no, it's okay. Yeah, I also totally agree with Tanishq ma'am. Like there are some times like where we are literally, yes, when we share to some of our near ones what problem we are facing, they become more concerned about us. They get more tense about us, more worried. Like एक simple सा एक सर्दी भी हो जाता है ना, then also our mother comes, our family members come and they ask us 10 times, अरे are you okay? Are you okay? Shall we go to doctor? So कभी कभी like ऐसे होता है कि like yes, I've seen my near ones also who has visited the mental health therapist, and it has really worked wonders. Because what happened, she used to say the same thing. Like, if I want to share with someone, they're getting more concerned and more worried about them. Then I get started worrying about their health and their mental health. So instead of sharing with them, I want someone who only listens to me, understands me, answers my queries, make me feel positive. And सबसे बड़ी बात है, he doesn't or she doesn't get tense. क्योंकि वो टेंशन पास होती है तो वो टेंशन डबल हो जाती है. तो कभी एक स्टेज आता है, I've seen that कि yes, it really works like a miracle कि हम किसी मेंटल हेल्थ थेरेपिस्ट के पास जाते हैं तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है, क्योंकि वो हमें पेशेंटली सुनते हैं, जैसे तनिष्क मैम ने कहा. Yes, they listen to us patiently. Like panic या over concerned उनकी तरफ से नहीं होता है, तो उससे हमें ज्यादा रिलैक्स फील होता है. और चांसेस बहुत होते हैं कि हम लोग हमारे ओवरकम जो सिचुएशन है, नेगेटिव सिनेरियो या डिप्रेशन है, उससे हम जल्दी बाहर आ सकते हैं. So it is really now become very important, because now the scenario is like लाइक वी डिस्कस्ड ऑल्सो कि अभी जैसे हम इतने डरे हुए हैं हर बात से, लाइक if we come from just if you're standing in our passage also building passage, then we become worry, अरे जाके hands wash करना है, अरे we have to wash the vegetables 10 times, we have to tell our kids अरे wash your hands. मींस वो सिनेरियो इतना अभी टेंस्ड एंड वरी हो गया है. सो इन दैट if we share something else with our close ones, तो उनका टेंशन डबल and already the scenario is already worried and tension. So I personally suggest that we should go to a, मतलब I will suggest every woman जो इस चीज से गुजर रही हैं, जो किसी से शेयर नहीं कर पा रही, वो अंदर ही अंदर अपनी हेल्थ से खेल रही हैं, I will request them, please come out and please go and take help of them.
I would also like to add to what the both of you have shared, that visiting a mental health practitioner, there are many ways and many reasons that you visit a mental health practitioner. When we say that visit a mental health practitioner, or when we just tell this that, you know, mental health is important, we are just trying to elaborate the fact that mental health is important. But through Visit MHP, we are in the aim and in the mission that though mental health is important, but visiting a mental health practitioner is more important. Right? We keep saying mental health important है, but mental health practitioner के पास जाना भी उतना ही important, right? So yeah, that's what I wanted to add to both of you. Now, my next set of questions is that, Tanishq, for you, when did you realize that you had to visit a mental health practitioner?
So I was 16 and I was in 11th grade, and I remember I had to do my accounts assignment. I had commerce, and I sat throughout the night. I did my assignment, and somehow I felt this rage, and I tore the whole assignment, and I told my father that I will not be going to the school anymore. Still, I managed to go to the school, and after 2 weeks of my 12th grade, I started having a lot of anxiety. I couldn't sit in the class. I was constantly worried that everyone is talking about me. They are thinking that something is wrong with me. They know that something is wrong with me. But what is wrong with me? And I have always been a person who has been in touch with myself. I through writing diaries. I used to write diaries. So in that was always helpful for me to understand what is going on in my head. So at the age of 15, 16, around April, May in 2015, I saw a therapist, a psychologist, and a psychiatrist. I got on medication, and I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. And I started with my therapy as well. After that, eventually after months of heavy medication, and the medications got reduced, and then I could start going to the school, and then I cleared my boards. I shifted to Mumbai for my graduation. uh, I'm from Delhi, by the way, and I shifted to Mumbai from for my graduation, and the change actually affected me a lot. So it was very hard for me to settle down, talk to people, make friends, settle down in the college, be okay with the new environment, be okay with the fact that my parents are not around me and my family is not around me, take care of myself. That is when I started taking online therapy sessions with my therapist, and I used to come back and forth a lot for my medication, like medicines वो होते हैं ना, renew होते हैं, and पूरा का पूरा therapy भी होता है. तो वो checkup के लिए मैं I used to come back and forth Mumbai to Delhi, Delhi to Mumbai very often. And I had a lot of breakdowns as well during those times, because I was going through a lot of changes. I was trying to make myself better. I was trying to work on myself, and actually, it was my journey. I had to go through my pains to actually get my gains. So eventually, after those years, now currently, the thing is, I still go see my therapist once in 2 weeks, and my medications have reduced to very minimal tablet, and I take care of myself. I still maintain a diary. I keep a check on my emotions, because borderline personality is basically emotional dysregulation, and I try to make sure that I am in touch with my emotions as much as possible, but also be more practical and logical when the time asks for it. For example, there was this one situation, and I had a meeting that day, and someone very close to me was sick, and we had no idea if what kind of sickness it is, because it was very horrifying, and I had no idea what would happen. But still, I managed to go to the meeting, attend the meeting, crack the meeting. It was a deal which had to be done. I got it done. I took care of everything, and I was genuinely proud of myself. So very little things I started doing for myself, which are telling myself what are the things I'm grateful for, what are the things I'm proud of, seeing myself from, like, coming from the age of 16 till now 23, how far I have come, how much I have achieved, how much I still have yet to achieve, yet I'm still proud of myself. And I still have days when I feel very low, very sad, when I'm not able to figure out what are the emotions am I feeling. Is it disappointment, or is it anger, what is it? But eventually I tell myself that it is okay, it's just a phase. You always fought back, you will fight back again. And this has been my journey with my mental illness, and this has been my journey. I'm very grateful to my father, first of all, who acknowledged that I needed mental practitioner, I needed a psychologist. And I'm grateful to my psychologist and psychiatrist who took care of me very well. I have heard a lot of my friends have tried a lot of kind of psychologists and psychiatrists, but they never felt that kind of balance in their relationship. And I'm grateful that I had that kind of balance with my psychiatrist and psychologist. And I'm grateful to myself for actually working hard and pushing to become the better version of myself. And the last thing I would say is I'm yet still becoming the better version of myself. And this becoming the better version of myself wali journey is something which will never come to an end.
Uh, Thank you for sharing your story with us, Tanishq. Honestly, I would like to say that congratulations for sharing this story, because it takes a lot to share your story. And thank you for doing that on our platform. Also, the way you said that, you are still progressing, you are still taking care of yourself, you are still taking time, which which is really important for all the viewers who are watching us, that um, it is important that things do take time. When you are meeting a psychologist or a therapist or a coach itself, things do take time. So whenever a client comes to me, we tell them that, see, it's a staircase. These stairs have 10 obsidian types. Each step that you take is in itself a progress, but it will take time to reach the 10th step. Eventually you are going to reach. I'm going to help you reach there, but you also, it takes time, as you said, that it is still happening. It is happening, but it is taking time. It progresses by nature. So thank you for sharing that with us. Meeta, for you, I would like to ask that, how do you think visiting a mental health practitioner would benefit a homemaker? How do you think?
Um, like I said previously also, कि why we women don't come out fast. Like we feel that we are very strong. Because we are the main pillar of the house, so we have to be strong. तो हम ऐसे down कैसे हो सकते हैं? But in this struggle, then we forget ourselves. So मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि then, like, instead of fighting with our own, like now I can say, like, I'm a diabetic. I was not aware of that. It happened since last year in this pandemic scenario, because of stress and all. Like it became such that my emotions were coming out very easily. I used to cry on very small things. बात बात पे रोना आ जाना, बात बात पे इमोशनल हो जाना, पुरानी बातें याद करके रोना. Like even I lost my dad last 7 years, but still like कुछ देख लिया तो इमोशनल होके बात बात पे रो पड़ना, उनकी कोई बात पे याद आ जाए तो रो पड़ना. मीन्स वो फिर लाइक इतना वो मेरे हावी हो गया था. मीन्स इट बिकेम सो मच दैट आई फॉरगॉट माय फैमिली ओनली. मीन्स कि I have a family also, because then this diabetic came, then that became more worry. Oh my God, how come it happened to me? Why at such an early age? Early age means I'm in 40s, but still I think that why in this age, why? There were many questions with me going on. Then I started feeling ki nahi, then I have to take care of myself, and I have to come out from this. Otherwise, like, I know my dad will always be with me, but his memories will always be with me. But then I have my own family. I have to take care of them also. Then after this big fight and all, I started controlling my emotions. I started taking care of my health, and I started doing yoga. I started listening to music, and I started feeling that yes, I have to be positive. I have to take care of my, like, it was me. Okay, I was able to do. I mean, still I'm doing, but it's a request to the women who are not able to, जो जल्दी down हो जाती हैं, those who are not able to forget what has happened in their life, yeah, what is going on, or they are not so strong to face the situations. I will literally request them that if you are not able to do it, then please take a help. Please don't play with your such a beautiful life.
Thank you for putting this across, that Meeta, and thank you for sharing your deeper stories with us. Thank you to both, actually, Tanishq and Meeta. It takes a lot to share your journey. So we have some comments on Facebook, so I'll just take them up. So Huma Sufyan has said that bothering of what others will say and what will they think, the comment or criticism stops visiting a mental health practitioner. So that what is happens. Acharya Vivek has said that day by day and hour by hour, you are becoming a better version of yourself. Very well put across. Deepika has said that mental health practitioner for women, for homemakers, helps them to connect with themselves, which is very true. And she's also added that MHP makes a mental health practitioner makes them a person realize the importance of self-love. So Deepika, that are really thoughtful comments, and I really do second your thought on those. So Tanishq, I would like to ask you that how visiting a mental health practitioner has benefited you in your case, if you would like to share with us.
Yes. So visiting a mental health practitioner actually has benefited me in terms of my interpersonal skills, my relationships, my emotion regulation. So when I was young, I could not convey how I felt. I mostly resorted to extreme measures like crying or screaming or something like that to convey how am I feeling. Eventually, I learned with the help of my psychologist that there are more ways to communicate. There are more words which you can use. Every time I used to say, I am sad, and I had no idea if I'm feeling sad or if I'm feeling disappointed, if I'm feeling upset, or if I'm feeling angry or agitated or anxious. I always said I am sad. And she helped me in learning these words and meanings of these words so that I can use it. And actually, now whenever I sometimes I instantly say I'm sad, and then I can hear her in my head saying, "You're not sad. Think of those words." So I can completely relate to that. I end up thinking of the words that, oh, which word am I feeling? Which word is it? Oh, I'm feeling agitated. I'm feeling agitated because I have a meeting tomorrow. So it's a process, it's a chain which you have to go through, and eventually your brain learns how to go ahead with this process. Another aspect where having a psychologist, a mental health practitioner has helped me is in terms of maintaining my relationships. My relationships were always unstable. I never spoke, I never expressed. So it helped me in having a stable relationship where I express now, I talk now, excuse me. And whenever I feel if something is not right according to me, I very peacefully tell them that I don't like this way. How about we go about this way if you are okay with it? So I learned better ways of communicating as well, especially in terms of romantic relationships. uh, I always had an urge to rant or just shut down. But I learned, and now instead of shutting down, I communicate, I express that, hey, this is something I did not like, this or the tone or anything. Because anything can be a trigger for anyone, right? It depends on the state of mind. And communication is the key which actually helps in achieving what you want to achieve. So that is one thing. Then my confidence has improved tremendously because of my mental health practitioner. She like she taught me how to practice self love. And as I think Deepika mentioned, self love, it seems like on over Instagram and Facebook that self love is having a bathtub and candles and reading a book and watching a movie and eating chocolate. But self love is more than that. Self love is calling out on your own shit when you are doing something wrong. That is self love. Self love is basically telling yourself, hey, enough of taking rest, get up now, time to work. That is self love. Self love is, okay, you need help, seek help. Please seek help. Enough of sitting and crying about it. Go and talk, even if it's a small thing. It's okay. That is self love. So that is what I have learned throughout my 5 6 years of therapy. I call myself out when I genuinely fight with myself also, that why am I calling myself out? I have the rights to sneak. I know I'm doing this, but I call myself out like, hey, no, this is wrong. Enough of this. So it takes a lot of efforts to reach to that point. And if you are looking forward to reaching to this point, you will reach to this point. As Sanjana said, give it time, because time is very, very important. Consistency and time. Be consistent with your medication, be consistent with your therapy, be consistent with your homeworks you get in therapy. And within you will see a huge difference after 6 months, 8 months, 1 year. Uh, my father is a therapist, and he also says that it's really important to give it time to make sure that you can see it grow, because a plant also takes time in growing, right? It needs sunlight, it needs fertilizer, it needs water, it needs love. Plants also need love. The more you tell your plants I love you, the more they grow very well. So you are a plant and you are growing. Give yourself time. And in other aspects, mental health practitioner has helped me is in my self-esteem, my speech, my confidence, my uh, I got more in touch with myself. And my routine, yes, routine. Oh, my routine used to be such a mess, and my psychologist helped me in having a proper routine. I still sometimes stumble, but I have a routine of waking up at a time, eating at a time, working at a time, in which I also take some time for myself. 10 minutes for myself to sit and write, 10 minutes to sit and color or paint, 10 minutes to read, which I'm lacking on reading because I end up sleeping after coloring or writing. But yes, I am pleased with my mental health practitioner, and I would suggest everyone watching this that please seek help, professional help, when even if you don't feel that you don't need it, you might be needing it. You never know. Thank you.
Absolutely well put across, Tanesh, that the whole thing that you have said, that is very beautifully put across. So Meeta, to you, I would like to ask that how do you think a homemaker would benefit visiting a mental health practitioner? Anything? What's your thoughts personally?
Um, like I myself a homemaker and I have two daughters, I said previously. Like I used to be I am still fully engaged with them only, their routine life, their career. Like my elder one is in 10th standard, what she wants to become, and for finding about related all the things related to her career and all. There I sometimes I feel that I have lost myself, because the day will come when she will become independent, she will get married, she will have her own family. Ultimately, where I am there only, and I will be alone, because the both daughters, they will grow, they will become independent, they will get married, they will have their family, but ultimately I will be there only. I will be alone with my husband. We both will be there. Like we both will be supporters for each other in our old age. So at that time, if I don't take care now only of my health, my mental health, then ultimately I will be the sufferer, because I'm going to stay alone. Like now I am young, I am able to do everything. I know that yes, I can manage everything. I'm a superwoman. मैं सब कर सकती हूँ. And in that, I forget there was superwoman भी एक human being है, एक इंसान है, where उनकी भी machine थकती है, where she also needs some rest. And it shouldn't be that it becomes very late. The realization comes very late कि ओ आई शुड हैव टेकन, वो सुपर वुमन को उस टाइम पे थोड़ा केयर करना चाहिए था, तो आज ये दिन नहीं होता था दैट आई हैव टू बी डिपेंड ऑन समवन, कि दैट समवन शुड टेक केयर ऑफ मी, टेक केयर ऑफ माय फिजिकल हेल्थ और मेंटल हेल्थ. If like this is my message to all the women, please, especially homemakers. Yes, we we are the main supporters of our family, but it's not that we only are that. दुनिया चलती है, हर एक जैसे जैसे टाइम पास होता है, हर एक के बगैर दुनिया चलती है, दुनिया रुकती नहीं है. तो हम ये नहीं सोचे कि वी आर द ओनली सोल पर्सन, कि भाई हमारे बगैर दुनिया नहीं चलेगी. नो, प्लीज डोंट थिंक लाइक दैट. प्लीज टेक टाइम फॉर योर सेल्फ, प्लीज टेक केयर ऑफ योर सेल्फ, बिकॉज एज अ मेन तो होम मेकर्स ही होते हैं जिनके ऊपर पूरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है, हाउस की, फैमिली की, सबकी. सी एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग टू बी सेटअप. वो जो मेस पड़ा रहता है फुल डे में, वो भी एंड ऑफ द डे जिसको रहना होगा वो खुद भी समझेगा कि मुझे क्लीन अप करना ही है. तो वो बच्चे अपने आप, भले वो 1 घंटे या 2 घंटे का, डोंट टेक टू मच स्ट्रेस कि अरे अभी का अभी क्लीन अप कर लो या अभी का अभी ये वाइंड अप कर लो. नो, फील रिलैक्स्ड. ओके, यू हैव टोल्ड देम वंस, फॉरगेट इट. अल्टीमेटली एंड ऑफ द डे दे आर गोइंग टू डू. इट्स नॉट दैट कि आपके ना बोलने से या आपके बोलने से वो करने वाले हैं. Let it be anybody. Why don't we enjoy ourselves? Why don't we take care? Just keep in one mind, just one thing, that ultimately in old age, we are only there to take care of ourselves. हमारी बॉडी, हमारा माइंड है, हमें कोई हमारे माइंड को आके बैठ के हमने सपोर्ट नहीं करने वाला है. उसे हमें हमें अपने आप ही करना है. तो मेरे होम मेकर्स को यही रिक्वेस्ट है कि प्लीज प्लीज, सब होता रहेगा, सब अपनी अपनी जगह पे. टाइम इज नॉट गोइंग टू वेट. अगर टाइम आगे जा रहा है तो हमें भी अपने टाइम का ध्यान रखना, बिकॉज वी आर ऑल्सो ग्रोइंग डे बाय डे. सो डोंट फॉरगेट टू टेक केयर ऑफ योर हेल्थ. थैंक्स.
Absolutely well put across by Meeta. In fact, Meeta, I really agree with you whatever you have said, that being a homemaker, we often, we have observed, we have realized this fact that being a homemaker or homemakers, so at times they forget to take care of their mental health. So as a mental health practitioner, a mental health practitioner would help you to, build your relationship with your husband. So building relationship with your husband, with your children, or if you too would like to achieve your own goal, being a homemaker, you would be able to do that. Now, same goes for even working women. So if you're a working woman who is watching us, trust me, a mental health practitioner can also help you in achieving your goals. If you are stuck somewhere in a particular point that मैं ये करने चाहती हूँ, उसके बाद ना मतलब पता नहीं क्या हो जाता है, फिर I just leave. So a mental health practitioner can also help you in that. A mental health practitioner can also help you to, restructure your thoughts, your emotions, the way you would like to feel. Let's say if you would like to feel confident, a mental health practitioner can help you feel confident. It would take time, but a mental health practitioner can do that. If you want to have, let's say, if you have a plan for next 6 months, and you're not sure ki, how do I start doing that? For a working woman, if she thinks that I need to set up my own firm in next 2 years, what are the steps that I need to take in order to achieve that? तो 2 साल से ही आपको शुरू करना पड़ेगा, right? So a mental health practitioner can help you determine that goals, achieve them goals. It ideally happens at goal identification. Goal का हम लोग so we identify the goal, then we go on working with the goal, and then we go on achieving the goal. While we are working on that whole goal ka scenario, there are going to be thoughts and emotions that are having and running in your mind. So a mental health practitioner can also help you in doing that. So very well put across by the both of you today. Now, finally, my question is that what is the one message that you would like to give to the working woman? To Tanishq.
One message I would like to give to working women would be take some time out for yourself. Have a no matter how much you might not believe in schedule, but having a schedule actually uh, takes a toll of you. Like it makes things easier for you. Have realistic goals. It's very important. You cannot be in Forbes overnight, so have realistic goals, but also have a vision board in which you have all your dream uh, like all your dream manifested in that vision board. I personally believe in manifestation a lot, and having a vision board, looking at it daily, and thinking that yes, this is I'm almost there. I'm taking a step every single day towards my goal would actually one day you might wake up and you might realize that your dreams have come true. Believe in yourself even on those days when you don't feel like believing in yourself. Write things which you are proud of, and read it when on those days when you don't believe in yourself, when you feel that you are lacking somewhere. This goes for me as well. Personally, I feel that it's really important for women who are trying to set up their own business, women who are trying to work, women who are trying to fight the whole patriarchal society in terms of working. Believe in yourself, write your goals, be clear with what you want, uh, speak to a mental health practitioner, and if required, meditate as well. Eat well, drink a lot of water. All of this, these are very small things, but it actually makes a lot of difference. When you drink a lot of water, like when you're hydrated, especially in the scorching heat, then your brain is also functioning well. Right, Sanjana. I think I'm right.
Absolutely.
Uh,
So, to add, you were saying, so while we were, so the audience, so while the technical glitch was happening, Tanishq was just telling me, Sanjana, it's okay. It happens. You just be there. You just be there. So, it really helped me to first. So, thank you.
Most welcome, Sanjana. Always here. So
Meeta,
focus
oh,
on
sorry.
the
Sorry.
one thing is get in touch with your old self. बचपन में जो छोटी चीजें करने को पसंद थी ना, वो सब करो. Whether it was playing guitar, whether it was painting with your hand, whether it was painting with a potato, do all those things. It's fun. Just do it for fun. एक दिन निकालो, Sunday, Saturday, whichever day. It could be Wednesday also. I prefer Tuesdays. Middle of the week, so I do my fun part where I play guitar, I read, I paint, I relax. Do it because you deserve it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Meeta, what is the one message that you would like to say to the homemakers?
Yeah, a beautiful message to my lovely homemakers is that enjoy your life full on. अकेले जाओ, जाके पानी पूरी खा के आओ, बिना बच्चों को लिए, बिना हस्बैंड के अकेले जाओ, एंजॉय करो, अकेले आइसक्रीम खाओ, कभी पूरा डेयरी मिल्क खुद भी खाओ। हर टाइम तो शेयरिंग होता है बच्चों के साथ में, एक दिन पूरा डेयरी मिल्क खुद भी खा लो, गोलगप्पे की 3-4 प्लेट दबा दो, भले घर पे आके फिर दवाई खानी पड़े, लेकिन अपने आप के लिए जियो, एंजॉय एवरी मोमेंट ऑफ योर लाइफ। पुराने फ्रेंड्स को कॉल अप करो, उनके साथ चिल आउट करो, बच्चों को मत लेके जाओ। और सबसे बड़ी बात है, द एम एम्बिशन जो आपने पीछे छोड़ दिया है, आपकी जो खुद की एम्बिशंस थी कुछ करने की, किसी को कुछ था, किसी को कुछ था, किसी को कोई कुछ बिजनेस खोलना हो या कुछ भी करना हो, प्लीज गो ऑन फुल। मैं नहीं कहती हूँ कि खाली होम मेकर बन के रहिए, बट नाउ इट्स टाइम टू थिंक अबाउट योर सेल्फ, टेक टाइम फॉर योर सेल्फ। अपनी जो एम्बिशंस है वो पूरे करो। हाँ, फैमिली को देखिए, उसके अलावा जो टाइम मिलता है उसमें आप अपना एम्बिशन भी पूरा कीजिए, पानी पूरी भी खाइए, डेयरी मिल्क भी खाइए, और फ्रेंड्स के साथ चिल आउट भी कीजिए। यही मैं एक मैसेज, प्लीज मेरी लवली लेडीज, वी आर द मोस्ट ब्यूटीफुल क्रिएशंस ऑन द अर्थ, अगेन आई एम सेइंग, प्लीज लव एंड रिस्पेक्ट आवरसेल्फ। दैट्स ऑल, थैंक यू।
Thank you so much for the beautiful message by both of you. Now we have some comments that I would quickly like to go through. Viveshwaran has said that, Meeta ma'am, you are right. Women are the backbone and the source of energy for every household. They need to take care of themselves first. In fact, Huma Sufyan has said that, very true, the difficult job is homemakers, who looks after husband, children, relationship, home, society, but not me time. That is very well put across. And Sudha Bharat Acharya has said that, very true. And Acharya Vivek has said that, not most beautiful, actually only the beautiful thing on earth. So thank you everyone for the lovely comments. And I would like to appreciate Tanishq and Meeta, the both of you, for coming, taking out time and talking about your mental health challenges, talking about the story, your journey, and also believing with the fact and agreeing with the fact that visiting a mental health practitioner is very important. So thank you everyone. Thank you Tanishq and Meeta for your time. I would like to also add that if you are an NGO who is watching us right now, live or on YouTube, whenever, so if you would like to connect with us, would like to collaborate with us, you would do that. I would also like to mention that our NGO partner, our reach out partner, that is Healing the Foundation, have been immensely working beautifully with us in the mental health initiatives. So yeah, thank you everyone, and we'll see you all super soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjana, for being such a lovely host.
Thank you, Sanjana. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting. Thank you. Thank you.